Hello, I'm Antoine Archie, along here with Billy Alexander to my right, and a Mad Conservative Crimefighter to my left.
How are you doing tonight?
Good, good. How's everybody doing?
Doing good. Hang on now. I gotta make sure this is all straight. How's it look now? It's good?
It looks good.
You found an hour to do that before we started recording.
Is it good?
Is it good?
Okay,
Gosh. Right. Well, let's start right off, and let's start off with some hot topics. Hot topic number one, let's talk about what happened last week at PWA Saturday Night Carnage at Jacksonville, Illinois. It was a good show.
We had a main event. John Magnus was out. Joey Grunge was in, teaming up with Guy Smith, Michael Chard against Maymick and Jam Boys, and Benz. Benz took the fall, won the match, and Benz is looking to take the PWA heavyweight title from Guy Smith, and Benz held the title in his hand, talking trash to Guy Smith, promising that he's going to end his nearly year-long title reign this Saturday.
Benz wasn't talking no trash. Benz was speaking his point of view. He was letting everybody out there understand and know that the point of it is
That's a metaphor!
come Art of War on this weekend at Lanphier, that Benz is going to walk in there and walk out with a strap around his waist. He wasn't talking trash. He was telling you a point of view.
It was just a description. It was not like literally.
Well, I'm just telling you. Benz went out there to make a statement. He made a statement inside of the tag team match. He's going to make another statement at Art of War, just like he did in a 30-man battle royal at Brawl Week. Benz walked into that 30-man, destroyed everybody left that was in there to get his #1 contendership spot. And rightfully so. I mean, where's Benz going to go from here? You know, he doesn't have a tag team partner anymore, so why not?
Well,
This could be the year of Benz, coming in 2016.
well, Benz, his win-loss record alone, he was already the #1 contender. Winning the Brawloween was just a reformation,
Right?
reaffirmation of his #1 contendership.
That's right.
What else happened in Jacksonville? I believe Derek Moss was successful in a title defense, defeated his longtime rival, Bradley Stevens, again, and Brad Stevens still no closer to putting gold around his waist.
Did you see Bradley Stevens? He pulled me aside Saturday night to tell me the reasoning for his loss to Derek Moss at Saturday Night Carnage was because it's in the water. He said he lost to Derek Moss because it was the drinking water in Jacksonville, Illinois.
Oh,
What excuse is that?
not much of an excuse. I lived in Jacksonville for 20 years. There's nothing wrong with the water over there. He's just whining.
It was a little, harsh tasting from the fountain over there at Bogart's Banquet Hall.
Yeah.
Well, people have complaints about Springfield water, so I don't know what his problem is. It's not, the water's no different. It's actually better over there.
The point of it is you're correct. Derek Moss successfully defended his title once again against Bradley Stevens III. Unfortunately, as we all saw, the crazy, out of his own mind, maniacal, painted up face, clown freak show, carnival, what do you want to call him, had decided to get his nose in there again, which I had to, help restrain him again, at the curtain to find out why. So you've got Hatta and Derek Moss this weekend in a Springfield street fight.
Hatta's looking for revenge because it wasn't too long ago that an elbow drop off the top rope gave Hatta a concussion. He had to take a few weeks off from competition, and I don't know, it scrambled his brain some more, I guess.
So he's going to take that revenge out on Derek Moss.
He's going to try, and it's going to be a hardcore rules match. They're going to bring out, I don't know what they're going to bring out.
I'm not sure there was anything up there to scramble to begin with. I mean, have you seen the guy?
Yes, I've seen the guy.
I've had to deal with him face-to-face in interviews more than once, and I don't really like doing it.
I'm glad it's you and not me.
Yeah, well, the next one is going to be you, and I'm going to make sure.
The guy was
I tell
aggravating.
you.
I mean, the guy was just driving the crowd nuts, and people were wanting to jump out of their seats to fight him.
I mean, what about the kids there? I mean, Hatta's like the scary clown type of guy, and you know, you got kids there. Obviously, you've seen there was a fan that was upset with Hatta.
He was a little more than upset. I mean, he was ready to stand toe-to-toe in the ring with Hatta, standing alongside of Derek Moss. And I mean, it got heated. I mean, he was a big boy. He was bigger than Joey Grunge.
I think he was the bat size of Mississippi Madman. Except it wasn't Madman. But this guy was pretty bad, so I don't know. Maybe a potential recruit for the Pinfall Academy in the future?
I don't know.
Yeah, Hatta, I mean, the kids, they're kind of frightened by him. He's not like your average shrine circus clown here. I mean,
he carries around the minion, and the minion talks, and the minion moves. I watched the minion move at the last show at Brawloween. I watched that minion move when Hatta wrestled Jake Lander and everything. I watched the thing move.
Okay, Billy. Okay.
I don't like the minion, and I'm not too sure people like Hatta.
You must be drinking some of that Jacksonville water.
No, this is actually purified water coming from a company that I can't say on air.
And I drink. Oops, I just mentioned the company.
Oops.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It'll be your pocket they come after, not mine.
Hey, they'll take the free advertising any day of the week. Let's see what else. Tag Division saw a couple of new tag teams. Ryan Ely teamed up with Roscoe against Moondog Pondo and Ian McManus.
Yeah. It was a heck of a tag match.
Roscoe and Ely dominated. I think they knew exactly what they were doing. The couple of more crazies looked like they were just dazed in the head, and Roscoe and Ely just embarrassed them.
When you sit there and you talk to yourself, and God knows what else is going on here, that you tend to lose focus of your match. From what I can see with McManus is there was nobody here and there was nobody here, and I don't think there was anybody up there. But for some reason, McManus saw somebody here and saw somebody there, and that may have what cost him his match.
He was easily distracted.
I think Moondog
just did not have. They both lacked focus on the task at hand, and that
they could have been distracted from each other.
Well, that too.
They're both kind of out there.
Right. I mean, you walk around with a bone, chewing on it. You're scratching all the time. You're not really sure what you got going on there. You got three personas that you're supposedly talking to and everything else. I just don't know what else you can do with that. But Roscoe and Brian Ely come out victorious. It's the first time those guys have tagged
together. Yeah. They looked good for teaming up for the first time.
Roscoe's coming off his freshman year here in Pinfall Wrestling Association, starting his sophomore year. When he first came out, he was tagging with the All-American Brent Hunt for a while. And now he's got Brian Ely, who's back of sorts, on a new deal here.
Is this a one-time deal? Have you gotten insights?
It's too early to tell at this point.
Yeah, I haven't.
The tag division as a whole is in a rebuilding phase at this point.
I mean, you guys are top-of-the-line broadcast journalists. You're supposed to know this kind of stuff.
I haven't had time to speak with Roscoe. Dude, as soon as Roscoe and Brian Ely were done with their match, Roscoe had some stuff he had to do, so we hop-skipped out of town.
Well, I know exactly what's going on with the tag division. It's in a rebuild phase at this point, and I'll bring that up a little bit later. The other matches that happened, as the train goes by.
Let me get that one there. The one thing I want to make sure that everybody understands out here in TV land is that, notice I said land, because I'm leading up to it, right?
Or YouTube land.
There was a debut of sorts for this young kid, okay? It's all I've been hearing about. It's all I've been flushed down my throat and thrown in my face and slapped around with the paperwork about it and everything else. It's all right here on paper and all this other stuff.
And we mentioned it in passing.
This young graduate from the Pinfall Academy made his debut at Saturday Night Carnage.
Against Hatta.
And that person's name was Jake Lander. Now this kid come fresh out of the academy, had to go out there against Hatta, but I watched the match, I studied the rest of the way through, all the way to the end, and damn it, Jake Lander was good. He went out there and he put on the showcase to show each and every one of the fans, and even some of the guys in the back, that Pinfall Academy is where the new crop begins. And he may very well be one of the new crop that's going to start something in 2016. But don't get me wrong, you got Roscoe and you got the All-American Brent Dunn and the three voices of McManus. But Jake Lander, I'm telling you, I think this kid's got it for 2016. He's gonna eventually put that run up there, and I believe somewhere down the road, he'll step in the ring against Roscoe. We'll find out who the actual new crop really is.
Well, we can't forget, though, there's also Ryan Matthews. He comes out there.
Who?
Ryan Matthews, yes, he also had a match Saturday night. Oh, geez, you must have had a falling out with him or something, because you're one to forget the guy.
Ryan Matthews.
Ryan Matthews faced off against the model, Bishop, who recently went under an identity change. The model Bishop was victorious.
Oh, yeah,
Ryan Matthews.
Right guy now. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is now his third loss.
Yeah, he lost his match. His girlfriend had to come in there and save him a little bit by slapping Bishop around.
Well, it's not a question of saving her man. It was the model Bishop kind of propositioning himself to her, and she didn't like it and slapped the taste out of his mouth.
She gave him a good
Harley did not like that.
She stepped in the middle of the ropes.
Yes.
It's not
the
her match.
match was over, though.
It wasn't her match. It
the
wasn't
match
her
was
place.
over.
And she got herself stuck into something she needed to get to. It's not our fault that she couldn't stand up and handle the deal with the model Bishop.
Oh, she handled herself quite well. She handled herself quite well. Don't make no mistake about it.
Who are we talking about again?
We're talking about Ryan Matthews.
And Harley.
Ryan Matthews.
And how they dealt with Bishop.
Yeah.
But speaking about the model,
I do want to acknowledge Ryan Matthews is an Illinois College grad, Illinois College, a part of Jacksonville, Illinois, so he had the hometown thing going for him there. Moving on.
Well, that's going to refer to later on too, is you had another hometown Jacksonville boy that got beat there that night too. So
I'm not sure if he's actually from Jacksonville. That's the first I've heard of it, but Micah Pope took on Nelson Six.
Hold on, Crimefighter. I want to talk about the model.
I thought we were done with the model, but you brought up another topic. All right, go.
what do you want to talk about the model for?
That was the talk of the night. That guy is sex appeal. Did you
To
see
who?
all the ladies that were there?
You okay? You are a little warm.
Maybe to the Chubbindales. The fans of the Chubbindales. That's
Is that a
the
real thing?
overweight. Yes, it is.
Is it
An
really?
overweight version of the Chippendales. They do exist. I've heard of them.
Wow.
These are fat, tubby men wearing the same outfits as the Chippendales. They're kind of catering to, I guess, people who like big guys. Big fat guys.
Well,
And how do you know this?
I've seen it. I'm old enough to remember this stuff. It gets flashed on television.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going out my way to seek it out. Trust me on that.
anyway, back to what you were
Television,
saying.
like the mainstream media, likes to showcase the odd things in our society.
Yes.
It's odd,
Believe
right?
it.
He was odd, all right.
So yes, you're right. The hometown hero, Nelson Six, took
Supposedly.
on Micah Pope. That was a match. Those guys.
These guys have been tag team partners, but they've been on the outs of late.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
noticed
sure
that.
what's going on. Micah Pope, under his previous persona, walked out on Nelson Six in the middle of their skirmish with the Money Making Jam Boys. Or maybe it was just Casey Jackson, because Nelson Six has been feuding with Casey Jackson. Micah Pope walked out of the match, and Nelson went his own way, and Micah Pope went in. And Micah Pope, the other oddity is, a few months ago, he had a match with Blake Belkis, formerly Steel. He lost. He got on the mic and says, "This is the last you'll see of me in PWA." Walks out the door. A few months later, there he is, Illinois State Fair. There he is wrestling a match against Roscoe. Wins it. I was like, he's back? I thought he quit.
Who knows?
And then the Brawlween, he comes out saying, "If I don't win Brawlween, I'm leaving out the front door." Well, he lied about that. He went back through the curtain. He didn't go out the front door of Lanphier like he promised.
I'm sorry.
Micah Pope's head, there's something going on up here.
I think it's all that stuff. I watched him goop through his hair right before his match. And then right before he drugged me to the ring and made me bring him out for the ring for some reason.
I'm wondering if he moved out to Colorado recently and he's just been enjoying the environment out there.
All I know is that whatever he put in his hair, I got some of it in my eye the other night, and I wasn't too happy about it.
A lot of grease.
Yeah.
A lot of hair gel.
I'm sorry that Michael Pope has broken promises for you and everybody else out there, but
Well,
I mean,
it's like if you're gonna make.
I don't know, did he promise that he would go out the front door?
Yes, I got it on tape. I got it on film. He did.
Video footage, you
I'm
know,
not gonna argue with that.
thousand words.
Can't argue
So
with
that's
that.
the whole card. Do we leave out anything? I don't believe so. So let's focus on the upcoming weekend event in Springfield, the final show of the year.
Second hot topic, we have a show coming up Saturday, November 21st. It is Art of War, live at Lanphier High School.
Now we mentioned earlier, Moss and Hannah in a hardcore match.
Street fight.
Expand a little bit.
Is it Springfield street fight?
Springfield Street Fight for the PWA Regional Championship. Hatta gets his third and final attempt to try to put that strap around his
Juggalo waist or something.
whatever you want to, add something to his carnival trinkets. The point of it is the young thriller Derek Moss has come a long way here in PWA. He is the wrestler of the year. He is the regional champion, and he's defended this regional championship on numerous occasions.
7-0.
Sometimes against the same person. And again, as we said, it's the third and final time. It's a Springfield street fight. And you've seen many of street fights in your day. You've seen street fights in your day. You've all seen street fights in your day. I've seen many of them in my day as well. The thing that I love about it is we're coming to the end of the year. We're coming to the holiday seasons. God knows what's going to happen with these two. Let's just hope there's not a whole bunch of snow on the ground, because snowmen may get involved in this. Who knows? But
Or
yes,
somebody's going to be having a feast.
you have the regional title. It's being defended. Street fight. Derek Moss, Hatta, and I got to put it out there, guys. Derek Moss is going to retain the title. He's going to retain it once again. Hatta's not going to have a chance after this. It's all over with. It's done. We get rid of the sideshow freak. He can go back to Iowa or wherever the freaking carnival is nowadays. It's all over for Hatta. There is no more chances for Hatta after this weekend.
It's a bold prediction for
You're damn right it's a bold prediction. And I stick right by it.
Crimefighter?
I would not sell out Hatta. Now we used to know him by a different persona in PWA. He's a former regional champion. Ever since he put the clown paint on, he's been a completely different person and unpredictable.
Yes, but he hasn't had his hands on that title since when? How long has it been?
He was the first regional champion.
Exactly, so it's been a long time.
But he had been away from PWA for quite a long time. When he made his return, I mean, he's one of the few with a winning record.
Well, he had to go out there and learn the Carney way.
The Carney way.
I mean, what else would he have to do? I mean, he comes back, he's all painted up like some freaking freak. First time he walked in the locker room, I thought it was a mime. I about ran out the other side.
The psychological games, I guess, are working.
And they're working on you too. You already
They're
talked about
effective.
Dominion earlier. Now you're already saying.
But Derek Moss does not fear Hatta. He's faced him a number of times. Here, there, and everywhere else. He's no stranger to him. But the clown persona, that's another dimension that he hasn't dealt with up until recently. So
what's your prediction? You're not really saying. Who's
I would
gonna win?
lean towards Derek Moss retaining the title, but I'm not going to claim that Hatta doesn't have a chance, because he does have a pretty good chance. Although Moss has won 2 straight on him thus far in PWA, so.
I'm going to make sure.
But it is hard to win 3 in a row against the same opponent.
I'm going to make sure the referee checks the minion, because I don't trust it.
But it doesn't matter if he checks the minion, because it's no DQ
I don't care.
in a street fight.
You're going to see some
Anything
weird
goes.
stuff with that minion around.
The minion can do whatever he wants in this match. It will be perfectly legal.
Here's something I got.
He's got a point.
He does, but I'm telling you, still, watch the minion. But
Maybe
I want
for the
to.
safety of the fans, but not for the safety of Derek Moss.
I want to go on to the next subject about what's going to happen this weekend.
All right, let's move on because we got about 8 minutes left here.
I'm excited about it. I can't wait. And that's the return of the women's division.
Oh yeah.
The PWA women's division, the forefront of the women's division for PWA. When you have Destiny bringing in her mystery partner to take on Brittany Love, and a mystery partner of her choosing as well. Now, did you get to see these ladies a few months ago?
Yes, Destiny looks like she was, she forgot to bring her broomstick and pointed hat. She kind of, her raspy voice, she kind of cackled like a wicked witch.
I've got her number on my phone. I'm going to call her later and I'm going to tell her that you made that statement and she's going to come talk to you.
Well, she might watch the show and see it.
I'm not so worried about that.
But look, you know, Brittany Love's coming back. Not really sure who her partner's going to be, but I mean, if she's anything like Brittany Love, I mean, it can't be too bad of a match.
And we have women trainees. They're looking to make their debut soon, so they might be one of them.
Yeah.
We won't mention names at this point, although you might be familiar with one of them, but we don't know.
You are a
They
broadcast
will be
journalist,
in the match.
right?
Yeah.
And you are a broadcast journalist, right?
I'm a blogger, wrestling blogger.
Okay, so what's the scoop here? Who's their partners? What do you know? The fans want to know. We don't want to wait till Saturday.
Well, let's just say
I know you're trying to.
the text messages are.
I have no idea who
far
their partner's
few
going to
between this
be.
week.
I have my predictions,
It's a
but
surprise.
it's not set in stone right now.
So you do know.
Well, I didn't say I didn't know, and I'm not saying that I didn't.
Well, you're the insider.
I'm just telling you that I can't wait for the PWA's women's division this weekend. Tag team match with the women's division. I can't wait.
Speaking of tag team matches, the Alliance is going to be defending their tag titles against the mystery team.
Yes.
Not to be
Here's
announced.
the funny part. I know who that tag team is, but I'm not telling you.
That's
You just have to
fine.
see it in order for
Alliance
Nobody's going to see it.
have been holding their tag titles by hook or by crook. Last time around, they held on to their titles by using a pair of brass nuts, which is a felony to possess in the state of Illinois.
Did anybody actually see him use it?
I saw them use it.
But you are.
I got the little object on film.
Are you the referee in that match? Did you have the stripes on to say, oh, wait a minute? Did you actually catch them using it?
Hey, I tried to get the ref's attention, but he missed it. He didn't see it.
You missed the call.
As usual.
Then nobody's seen it. But you're correct. The Alliance have been winning by hook or crook. They've done everything they possibly can behind everybody's back to keep hold of those PWA tag team titles. And that is why Commissioner Powers, who I have some things I want to say about that person as well,
Get to that name.
made this match. So the thing about it is the Alliance doesn't even know who it is. They can't prepare. They're not ready. They have nothing to go on except they have a tag team title match at Art of War. Good luck to those guys.
Okay, before we move on, though, isn't that a little unfair for the Mississippi Madman and Casey Jackson? I mean, they're the
They've
ones
had
that-
multiple chances at the tag
Yeah, but
titles.
like
now
you
at this
said,
point,
like you said though,
I
the
got
Alliance
it.
was stealing those victories. So
I understand that.
What
The thing of
fairness
the matter
is
is, though, to keep things fresh, another team has to face the Alliance. I mean, they've had like July, August, October. Did they face them in September? Yeah, I believe so, they did. They've actually had 4 cracks at the
Has
belt
the
in a
Alliance
row.
fair.
Well, they've actually split the matches up. The Alliance has gotten themselves counted out or disqualified for 2 of those. They stole the other 2
All I remember is
matches.
Madman eating hot dogs in the corner.
Well, that's because
Well, it was
Michael
force
Starr
feeding.
and Magnus.
That's the only thing I remember.
Force feeding,
Yeah,
trying
they-
to shut it down, trying to choke him out with a hot dog.
Right.
I just think he got a little hungry and he decided to have a snack, and that might have what cost him and Casey a tag team title.
All right, got a couple of minutes left. Let's get to the heavyweight title match. Guy Smith versus Benz, we touched on it earlier in the Jacksonville show. I don't know if there's anything new to say about it other than Benz has the best Well, Guy Smith is 23-9-2. Benz is like 9-3. Benz has the highest win percentage in PWA.
So he's
Solid #1 contender.
It's a solid match no matter where you look at it.
Now
Whether it's on the paper, whether it's in the ring, whether it's backstage, it's in the parking lot, or it's across town. It's a solid match all the way around.
Now, they've wrestled one other time, and Guy Smith beat Benz at a different promotion, but Guy Smith has that one win over Benz, so Benz, a year later, gonna try to take a title off of Guy Smith. I mean, Benz has had a lot of time to prepare.
I'm predicting. This is my prediction.
Okay, Billy's prediction.
The prediction is that by the end of the night, you're going to announce your winner and new PWA Heavyweight Champion, Benz. That's my prediction. Right here on the table.
What's yours?
I'd say it's 50-50 at this point.
Always goes around.
50-50. Didn't you vote for Guy Smith for the fan favorite? So how are you going to sit here and tell me 50-50?
I abstained, actually. I abstained from the vote and let the fans decide.
I don't know. I'm predicting Benz is going to be your new.
I picked award winners. So like, we've had her all. I've been involved with multiple award shows. I mean, it was time for the fans to be the fans to decide an award instead of the pundits. I think that's only fair.
Okay,
Not a cop-out.
let's talk about our new PWA commissioner. I know you have some things to say, so we're going to give you the floor, Billy. What do you think?
Let me say this.
The biggest person at this table right now that has any issues or should have any issues should be you. Okay? And
my neck has never been the same.
And I don't know if that's ever going to eventually mold a little closer or if it's going to stay this far apart. But the point of it is I want to know who in PWA had the asinine thought to appoint Spotlight Spencer Powers as the PWA commissioner. We all know what Spencer Powers has done in his past. Look what he did when he held the PWA Heavyweight Championship. Look what he did when he didn't have the championship around his waist. I mean, this guy sometimes is just as crazy as hell is. He flips a switch and it's a whole different person. He attacked you. He attacked Mickey Thomas.
But the difference is, Spencer may be crazy, but I see him crazy as a fox.
I don't believe anything he says. I don't believe what he has going on right now. I believe that Spencer Powers is doing exactly what he's doing right now, and he has a hidden agenda in PWA. He has something up his sleeve. He has that proverbial ace up here, and it's for a reason.
You proved my point.
I don't know if he went.
Proved my point.
I don't know if he went down to PWA headquarters and he pushed people around to get this title. I don't know what he's done to persuade anybody into it or who he paid off. Spencer Powers is the commissioner for some reason unknown, and I don't like it. I'd like to find out what's the bottom of it is, and he's got a hidden agenda. And I'm telling you right now, it's not going to fare well for any of us in PWA. It's not going to fare well for the locker room, and it's a bad idea. And I wish whoever was in PWA brass had the balls to come down here and tell us why they made this chance and why they made this decision.
Well, time will tell, but we are out of time. We're out of time for this episode of Turnbuckle TV. Yes.
You got a point. The producer was telling us time to go, so thank you, Billy. Thank you, Crime Fighter, and we will see you next time on Turnbuckle TV.